Hi, I'm Mary Nicole Teo, one of the co-creators of the EQ Competency Framework. Together with my partner, Dr. Granville D'Souza, we've created this card deck that can be used for training or for coaching purposes. This deck is called the Decision Deck. Within it, there's 4 different categories. We have the Thinking set, the Feeling card set, the Action or Behavior set, and lastly, the Hopes deck. Now, all you need to do is to sit down with your participant or your coachee, and ask them to think about a situation that didn't turn out so well. Then ask them, during the time that they were going through the situation, what were their main thinking? They can then look at this deck of thinking cards and choose 1 or 2 from here. After that, you can ask them to look at the feeling deck and go through all these cards. Now, there are a bunch of different emotions that are listed on all the cards, and they just need to choose 1 or 2 that applies to them during the time that they went through that situation. The last set would be the action or the behavior cards. Once again, get them to choose 1 or 2 cards that applies to them during the time that things didn't turn out so well. Now, once they've chosen their cards from each of the 3 decks, take a look at the cards. Now, do notice that we've actually marked them out or categorized them in a certain way. Now, if you find that the participant or your coachee has chosen more cards with the red dot on them, this would represent unhealthy, negative, or less resourceful behaviors. These are kind of thought to be lower EQ responses. Now, on the other hand, if they've chosen cards that have this orange colored dot, that would be more neutral responses. But in terms of EQ, we still consider this to be lower EQ. Why? Because they're not really taking responsibility. When you choose a neutral response, that could end up leaving it to chance to either turning out well or not. Now, the last color is the green dot. Now, if they have responses with the green colored dot, that would actually mean that the responses they've chosen are more positive, healthy, or higher EQ responses. Now, what you could do to carry on the process with the coachee or the participants, there's an instruction manual that we've actually added to the card set. Now, you could actually then get them to think about what happens if they were to relive the situation. In this case, what would be their new thoughts, their new feelings, or the new kind of actions that they might take if they had to relive the situation over. Now, if they're struggling with a new thought or a new behavior, you could actually get them to take a look at the hopes cards. Now, as I mentioned in the instruction booklet, there are many different ways of playing these games. So if I could just spend a little bit of time reading out a little bit about the hopes cards. The hope card is a possibility card. It leaves a window open for you to consider what else could be done to influence a change. When you harbor some hope, your actions and intentions can change. Thus, we have these hope cards to help the participant along the way in order to make a change in their behaviors. Hope you find this card set useful, and if you've got any questions, please drop us an email or refer to our website. Thank you.